here, and handle for enough to get a coffee. So I got these ideas that cost money. And your ideas of what we should throw away since we don't have money. Puts us at a much higher risk. You tell us to get rid of our resources as if that's going to help. Why don't you just go homeless and take abuse for the rest of your life? As Andrew Wolnez feller wanted to pretend like I'm some sort of a pedophile. Wanted to pretend I'm a murderer. Wanted to pretend I'm a druggie. That don't fly. Y'all want to pretend that I'm a bad person for speaking up. How dare a male speak up when he's abused? How dare he? Especially if he's homeless. Especially if he's disabled. Disabled men are not human. We're the guys that you look at and point out and say, oh, stay away from those people. Those people are the people mommy and daddy warn you about. In reality, who's the most likely person to kill you? Your own mother. Literally, the most likely person to kill you as a child is your own mother. The most likely person to molest you as a child is your own father. A dog! Hi! Hi! There's a lot of people that, when they don't get what they want, they'll just run around slandering your name. There's a lot of people that just want someone to hurt. And they're going to pick somebody who's alone, preferably somebody who's smaller than them, somebody who is less likely to be able to defend themselves, and less likely to be heard, less likely to be listened to if they're abused. You know, I'll waste this on coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Woohoo! Yeah, morning. All right, I made $2 whole already. I smelled some super good weed. And I look back, what do I see? Sam goes back there smoking something. Well, I'm only about 85 cents short of getting a coffee. Hello. So I'm gonna work on that. 85 cents. At least if I'm only after 85 cents, after just enough for a coffee, at least I'm not being too greedy. I gotta put my phone away because my right hand is pretty fucked up and it's cramping up. Bye. Their dog was sticking his head way out trying to sniff me. I was super excited. Bullies think that you owe it to them to let them bully you. They bully in groups and they whine like you. Oh. That gentleman that just drove by looked like one of the guys that's been harassed. He's actually not. He just looks remarkably similar to the little fat kid with the curly hair and the braces. Andrew Wolnez. This guy wanted to take advantage of me. Take any excuse to harm an innocent man that he could. And see, this is the thing. Without a friend or family member who cares, it's their word versus mine, even if I have all the evidence in the world. And that's horrible. That's what led to Natalie Marie Bollinger getting her brains blown out at McIntosh Dairy on December 28, 2017. Another doggy! Oh my god, I love dogs! I don't mean to. You're so cute! Why don't I get one? I want a St. Bernard. If I had a place for a St. Bernard, I'd be the happiest man on planet Earth. Dogs don't have irrelevant expectations. They're just glad to be loved. It's all right. He's patient. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Did you drop it?
I got it. No, it was very sweet of her. She gave me a whole dime. Heck yeah. That gets me a lot closer to my coffee. I've had a few people that told me I'm being stupid by asking for what I want on my sign, saying I should ask for booze or alcohol because people are more likely to give me money. And they're right, but it's also dishonest.
Big like diamond window pane.
Kind of like slandering a person's name so that people hurt them. And then slandering their name again because you don't want to get in trouble. Better put that thing section. Usually when there's a woman who walks past and she's going out of her way to make sure she doesn't see me, I try to ignore her. But I always want to say, roar, I'm a big scary bear. I suppose I could probably pass the time by singing to myself. Maybe some Nirvana. I'm so happy, 'cause today I found my friends. They're in my head. I'm so lonely. That's okay. Oh. Oh my God. You know what?
What?
I'm going to go waste this on coffee right now.
Okay.
Thank you. I got enough for coffee.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, ma'am.
For your coffee.
Yes, ma'am. I do. I would love the rest of that one.
I'm
You're
going
wrong.
back in and I don't want to throw it away.
Yes, ma'am.
See you later.
Thank you.
I'm going to have insurance also.
I am already inoculated for cooties.
Okay.
Someone calls himself agony type. What's happening? Well, I would see. Handling for another coffee. And one of the ladies who works back at the pharmacy gave me the rest of her cigarette to smoke. My back is spasming out, so I'm sitting down and trying not to snap at anybody who doesn't deserve it, you know. Sometimes it's hard to be nice when you're in a lot of pain.
Hey, how are you? I'm good.
Let me get out of your way.
How you doing?
Pretty good, thank you for asking. Now with this wolnez feller having assaulted me already at least 6 times, at least 5 of them on camera, and one of them I'm not sure about. I do have to watch out for him, and of course he's looking for excuses. The cops are feeding people excuses. They know they're lies. These officers know that what they're saying are lies. They also know that they're in deep shit if anyone believes me. They also know if they're able to send me around in circles without anybody actually taking it seriously, that they eventually get away with it. Well, if you notice, the police chief didn't get away with it necessarily. He got away with a slap on the wrist so far. A Great Dane! Just kidding. It's a Spuds McKenzie. 4:00 p.m. This is about the time that they have food on the days that they do feed people. If you're asking what's happening with the traffic, it's because I'm next to a pretty busy road. And some of these people have sports cars and too much money. Anyway, the point here is that you don't go running around making false allegations. That doesn't justify bullying people. Pretending that every ugly homeless person must be a pedophile doesn't make it okay to assault them. The people most likely to do that are your own dads. Your own dad is the most likely person to molest you. Your own mother is the most likely to kill you. When it comes to violent deaths, 33% of the time it's your mother, and 33% of the time it's your father. Sorry, 31% of the time it's your mother, 31% of the time it's your father. That's 62%. That's well over half the time that it's going to be your parent. Now, out of that over half the time that it's going to be one of your parents, this might sound crazy, but 59% of the time it's going to be your mom who kills you. When it comes to child abuse, You need to stop blaming homeless people. It's not homeless people's fault that you were abused. It's not homeless people's fault that you're afraid to stand up to your abuser. Anyway, I got what I wanted. I got enough for coffee. Trying my best not to be greedy. Now, like I said, there's a lot of people that are nice to me. Nice doesn't necessarily mean good, though, does it? A used car salesman is nice. Well, obviously, I'm not saying that every person who's been nice to me is a used car salesman out to get me or out to take advantage of me. Better. I know that just because somebody's a hating lesbian doesn't mean they hate me. Just like any of us, our predators all have names, and none of their names are men. That's a fact. F-A-C-T, fact. Yes, ma'am. I got time. Pretty all right. Thank you for existing. Oh my God, I come in here, work all day, panhandle up, so I come in and bug you and tell you stupid jokes and you're leaving. Plus, we're not married, so you're not stuck with me. All right, I'll save the jokes for next time. I'll panhandle tomorrow. I'm going to find myself. Should I get back before I turn, keep me here. Yep.
Oh no, that's all right. Press lost in the source.
Yeah, I was just telling her I've gone to find myself. Should I get back before I return, keep me here.
Yeah.
Rocks are pretty intelligent creatures, I've noticed.
Yeah.
If they're lost, they stay put until they're found. Yeah. Oh my God, that's the year I was born. Oh, you're actually, I have. I used to get a black coffee when they had that flavor. Long gone. Of course, now that I have to tell everybody how many sugars and cream I want in it, they all know that I'm a little girly man. Right? Got connection problems. So what's the goal of the day? Moral of the story. I'd say from like headlight hair. And we say we all got problems. We do. Every one of us. And we continue to have problems until we work together to solve them. Heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. I got dry cereal in the car. I gotta dig it out now. Yeah. I don't usually buy milk. I only go through about half of it before it goes bad.
What's happening, man?
Still breathing. I don't like people assaulting me. I don't like people threatening me. I don't like them threatening my friends and family. These are all things that I have every right to be pissed off about. I also have the right to be pissed off when I'm taken advantage of, ripped off. Hello.
How are you?
Oh, walk on. I'm still breathing, thank
Yeah,
goodness.
it's still warm.
Absolutely.
Good.
Oh my God, would you bring? I won't look in it.
Well,
Thank
it's
you.
still hot, so
Absolutely. I'm going to grab it now.
well, bless your heart.
Onion rings!
That's from the Lord, my brother.
We're all brothers and sisters now, ain't we? Freaking. Might even forget that. Good food though. Oh my God, it's good. Oh my God. Yeah. Mm. And there's enough for another cup of coffee. Oh my God. Yay. A lot of people wanted to play word games. They didn't like it when I played them back, did they? Who would? Nobody likes to pay for their own medicine. Problem with somebody like me is when somebody abuses me, I don't want to abuse them back. I just want to get away from them. But when getting away from them separates me from my friends and family, that's not an okay thing to do to somebody. I know a lot of y'all don't get what you want, and you have to be subservient, and it pisses you off. But that doesn't mean that it's okay to force someone else into a subservient position. When you know something is super important to somebody, and you hold it over their head, or withhold it until they give you exactly what you want, and you change the deal over and over again. Things in my life that I've paid for 6 times over easily before I ever received it. There's also food. There's a lot of hobos today that are going hungry because they don't have a food here. Not on Friday. Ooh, I just got a notification that a judge was shot dead in his driveway. Well, at least somebody's using the Second Amendment properly. Now, I got a question for you. With all of the kind men that I have met, do you really believe that I hold any of this hatred or animosity towards all men? With all of these women who have treated me so kindly, do you really believe that I hold such animosity towards women? Nope, I'm just showing you the hypocrisy of your stupidity and the consequences of your actions. You want to go blaming all men? There are consequences to that. If your predator is named Stephen, then go after Stephen, not men. Also, I know I'm not supposed to say this stuff in public, but I do want to exclusively say thank you to the Hispanic people that I've met in this state for their kindness, for their generosity, and for being Johnny on the spot. That day, that Hispanic lady didn't speak no English in Hood River. What'd she do? Her son was complaining and complaining that he wanted my car. He wanted my car. He was going to have my car someday. This little Honda Civic just beat the fucking hell. I had the hood up. She pulled over, told her son to fix my car. 14 years of age. He ain't even old enough to drive a goddamn car. Here I am, 42 years, well, I was probably 41 at the time. I couldn't fix it. I didn't know how to fix it. And there's a lot of people like, of course, Yahira, who works at the McDonald's here. She's one of the managers. Super cool lady. And then there's Robert. I don't think that's his real name. He's got a very thick accent, but he might be named Robert. Hello? And there's that man from Mexico who came over. He had his own gas can. He drove me to the gas station, filled up the gas container, paid for it, brought me back to my vehicle, put the gas in my car for me. Which, if you know anything about how screwed up my back is, you realize that might be impossible for me, depending on how much is in there. It was full, so I couldn't. Anyway, there's folks that are being nice to me. You know, I hear all this stuff blaming all men, blaming all women. I get kind of sick of that stuff. When I hear women continually blaming men, I'll get on there and I'll blame women just the same. But that doesn't mean that it's all women's fault. Doesn't mean it's all men's fault. Thank you, sir. Hell yeah. More coffee. Actually, I got enough for another coffee. That'll probably go towards gas. Thank you! Those guys rock. It's the bookmobile. Alright, so the lady who's driving that thing, she's kind of sassy, but she's funny as fuck. She's real quiet around me, but once in a while when I go to the library, you can hear her talking. Dear me, how dare she? I like people with good sense of humor. I also noticed that once my teeth were out and I wasn't smiling at my own jokes, people thought I was serious. He's so stoic when he says it. Ooh. How about I use my scary voice? You notice I'm posting up pictures of my predators. And of course, making captions so you know that those are my predators. But during the video, it's pretty much whatever goes. I might be harassed, I might be threatened, I might be assaulted, or I might be spoken to in a different language while somebody shoves change into my hands. I might be assaulted, I might be threatened. I might have some lady who pulls over, speaks a foreign language at me, and has her son fix my car. When I go to McDonald's, and I sat there and I had to listen to all them racist assholes and talking about getting illegal firearms and killing hobos. What did I do? Well, I pretty much had to take what I recorded. Those recordings are pretty echoey though. Next hobo to tell me he's hungry, I'm going to share my food with. One thing that it's not okay to do, go spreading rumors. In small towns, it's especially prevalent. Somebody's different or weird, you make fun of them for being different and weird. Of course, other people in town, oh, that person's weird. Like Joe Newman's daughter, Chapel, Nebraska. People did not like her because she was different. She was weird. She was odd. She was strange. Cops even talked about burning her house down. Well, that ain't cool. Turned out her house did get burnt down. Fire department said it was faulty cord by the dryer. So it wasn't the cops that burnt it down, I guess. Then again, it's a volunteer fire department. It's likelihood that they'll look out for their own buddies. Oh my God, it's a mechanical politician. I can smell that. You see that piece of antique farm machinery there that's turning around the corner? That's called a shit spreader. Yeah. Also known as a mechanical politician. Ask me why. That sounds electric. Well, electric. That makes sense. Beautiful day. Oh, beautiful day. Oh, don't you know that the sound of the man working on the chain? Yeah. Oh, don't you know that the sound of the man working on the chain? Yeah. Now let me hear you say, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah. First time I heard that song, it was on, God, what's that movie? It's a Charlie Sheen movie where he's in prison in Germany. Got tattoos on the back of his hands with 8 balls. How can you judge a wise man by the color of his skin? You should look into his eyes. Yeah. Something's wrong with the world today. I don't know what it is. I only know little bits and pieces and parts of the song. I'm sure it makes me seem crazy. I'm just trying to pass the time. Like I said, I don't record to be mean or humiliating or bullying or horrible or rotten or wrong. I record for my safety and for the safety of those around me. I know for a fact that Toyota Tundra is not one of the ones that's been after me. It doesn't look brand shiny new. It's also not lifted. Jesus loves me, this I know. Love the passenger. Alright, I'm a yes Halloween baby. So when somebody's got a skeleton attached to the back of their, oh my god, another one! That's 2 cars in a row with a skull attached. Yeah! That's twice in a row. Like literally the car right before them had a skeleton in the back seat. And I would like to say that I just saw Mr. Farnsworth walk by. He started no problems. Didn't curse at me, didn't yell at me. I am totally grateful for that. See, given a chance and given assistance, and given a little bit of, well, I had to go to a lot of people to try to get help stopping abuse. And thank goodness it's done. Thank goodness he's not threatening me anymore. Thank goodness he's not yelling and screaming at me. Thank goodness he's not acting like Anthony Wolnez. You know, this is out of the last 7 times that I've seen Robert Farnsworth. The last 7 times he hasn't started shit. He hasn't yelled at me. He hasn't swung at me. He hasn't threatened me. Oh my god, it's one of them ladies who works over at the Denny's. Yeah, they still like me. Anyway, that's the thing about Mr. Wolnez. There's a possibility that if someone interjected appropriately, that he might knock his shit off. Let me tell you something about a guy named Tyler Crabtree. Tyler Crabtree decided to be predatory towards me. He was all messed up. I'm not as pretty as I was yesterday.
Well, take this and try to be a little prettier.
Yes, ma'am. It was my birthday 2 days ago. I turned 43.
Belated birthday, darling. It's
Thank
good
you.
to see you. I'm glad you're doing good.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Woohoo! Oh my god, there's a whole $5 bill in there. Jesus. I'm not telling nobody. Oh wait, too late. Oh my god. That truck's bigger than my ego. There's a lot of places that I'm not supposed to go because of certain manager type folks who had certain attitude issues with hobos. Not me in specific, just hobos in general. Now that Wendy lady was real mean. I'm going to tell you something. As mad as I am at Mike McKinster about making mistakes, they're just mistakes. Okay, it's not like he's going to die from this. It's not like it's the end of the world. It's really not. But Mike, you know, like I said, even if you screw up, I'm still going to sing your praises for the things you did right. When there was an issue with that Wendy lady, what did he do? Well, he helped to work with me for at least a temporary solution. The problem is it was eating up so much time and cost me so much money to do that temporary solution. In addition to the abuse that I was enduring, yeah, that sent me over the edge. I had a mental breakdown from that. But you know what? At least I'm willing to admit that Mike was trying to do the right thing. He was also trying to keep his job and not make waves in the wrong direction. Thank you. That lady and the gentleman who's with her both acknowledged my existence. Y'all be surprised how far that goes. When somebody waves at you like you're a person, thank you. Not everybody's going to. Damn, check out the shitter on that critter. It's a Chevy van, but it's got a box on the back. It looks like I'm not sure how many of y'all that view my channel were actually alive in the 80s, but it looks like the little porta potty cleaners that they had in the 80s, complete with a ladder on each side. Why did they need a ladder for porta potties in the 1980s? Oh my God! There's a feller not far from me right now who was with Candace when she was throwing shit at my vehicle. Screaming and shouting and hooting and hollering. But you know what? Instead of pointing the camera at him, I'm just acknowledging that he exists and that he's here. I'm also acknowledging that he's not threatening me. He's not throwing anything at me. He's not screaming at me. He's not making false accusations. He's leaving me alone. And y'all have no idea how important that is, how much that means to somebody like me. When instead of hating on me and bullying me, you understand where I'm coming from. See, I never started recording to be bullies to people or to harass them, anything of that nature. I started recording because the mentally ill tag destroyed the voice. People aren't going to listen. That gentleman acknowledged my existence too. Now, I'm going to admit, most of these folks who are acknowledging my existence are Hispanic people. Does that make Hispanic people nicer? No, not necessarily. I think they were raised that way. Oh my God, white people?
The other side of town, so I'll be able to get your birthday present.
Oh my God, we're pirate's booty. Grassy ass food cockhole.